don't count him out. I think that's a very dangerous fight for Jake Paul. But at the end of the day, we could have a big upset, But I think that AJ is too much for Jake Paul at this point, and he's bigger than Jake Paul, in my opinion.
AJ is 1-0 against these guys that come in to these boxing careers late. So why not? He's a perfect guy to take him out too. He took Ngannou out. Why would he not take Jake Paul out?
This might be a step too far. Now, when I say it, I try to be responsible. I've been in this game 50 years, so I know where not to step, where you could twist an ankle, or worse, you could break a leg or fall down.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there.
Pros across the boxing world are weighing in on the shocking Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua matchup, and opinions couldn't be more divided. Many analysts argue that Joshua's size, experience, and Olympic pedigree give him a massive edge, predicting an early stoppage if he applies steady pressure. Others point to Jake Paul's rapid improvement, disciplined camps, and willingness to face bigger opponents, suggesting he could steal rounds with movement and counters. Still, most professionals view Joshua as the overwhelming favorite due to his power and ring IQ, while Tommy Fury sees the fight as completely one-sided, emphasizing the huge gap in size and pedigree. Fury believes elite heavyweights spend decades developing destructive power that lighter fighters, especially relative novices, simply cannot withstand, making the physical difference alone enough to ensure Jake Paul has virtually no realistic path to victory.
Beat Jake Paul. Excuse my French, what the is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute. To be quite honest with you, and as a safety aspect, there's no way that fight can go ahead. At the end of the day, my God, how good does it make me look? He gets beat by Jake Paul. Well, that automatically makes me two-time heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't it? There's no proper way. I've got to laugh about it. How are we even talking about this? He got his nut boxed off by me a little over 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden, he's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. It's like, come on. Like, you can't be serious. He can't beat me. I'm not Anthony Joshua, am I? So...
Derek Chisora views a matchup through a lens shaped by toughness and years of battling nearly every top heavyweight of his era. And he sees Jake Paul as completely untested and the kind of savage. Dangerous moments that define elite heavyweight boxing. In Chisora's mind, the division is no place for experiments, and the sheer physical gap between Anthony Joshua and Paul makes a quick, violent ending almost inevitable. He cannot imagine the fight lasting beyond 5 rounds under any circumstances, believing Joshua's power, size, and well-honed boxing foundation would overwhelm Paul long before the bout reaches its midpoint. For Chisora, the only real question is how Joshua finishes the fight, not whether Jake can survive into the later rounds, because if the matchup drags past 5 rounds, it would suggest Joshua either held back or severely underperformed given the immense disparity in experience and natural heavyweight strength.
And I know you say it's entertainment and there'll be a massive audience, but is there an element of danger as well? Look, AJ's a former world champion, and this is a guy, the best he's been in with is Tommy Fury.
Listen, he don't really care. In the boxing ring, it's the only place you can murder somebody and not go to jail. So, kudos to that. So if he gets beaten up and something happens, it's part of the game.
Well, I'm not sure that's a game that people will want to see, though.
Is it a real fight, though? Is this going to be a proper fight? You will know more than most.
Mate, let me tell you something. For how much they're getting paid, about 177 million, whatever, and they're splitting down the middle. So I hope it's not a game, because I want to see some blood. I want to see somebody's teeth falling out. So I told Anthony, I already messaged Anthony, I said, listen, I tell you what, I said to AJ, if this goes past 5 rounds, everybody's going to be having a go at you, because you can't go past 5 rounds with this kid. He has to go past 1 round or 2 rounds. Past beyond 4 or 5 rounds, people are going to be doubting you as a fighter himself. So he has to smoke him out like what he did Francis Ngannou in Saudi Arabia in 1 round.
Yeah, and I think you're dead right. Is he worried about that? Is he worried about what happens, if he doesn't see him off in the first round or the second round?
Nah, he's not worried about it. He's gonna smoke this guy out. I'm not worried about it. I'm gonna smoke this guy out properly. I'll be there. But he's gonna smoke him. I can't wait.
Theoretically, if he comes out swinging, right, AJ should be able to get it done in are we talking 30 seconds? If AJ is giving it everything he's got.
Listen, if AJ comes in there and just blows on this kid, he's gonna just drop him to the floor. So I don't really. I'm just wasting money going to Miami because I know it's gonna be finished in 1 round. So you don't know.
Are you gonna go?
Joseph Parker approaches the matchup with professional, measured mindset, noting that a fighter like Anthony Joshua, shaped by years of world-class coaching and elite sparring, possesses layers of technique that Jake Paul simply hasn't developed yet. While Parker respects Jake's willingness to take on tough challenges, he sees Joshua as too polished, too physically imposing, and far too experienced to be seriously threatened by someone still so new to the sport.
Jake has said that he's interested in doing Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul.
Let's talk about fights that make sense. Jake Paul's doing whatever Jake Paul does. If Joshua's serious about wanting to stay in boxing, then fight good, real fights, if that's what you want to do. I mean, if you want to go down this other road and do this, then that's by all means do it. But it's a different journey and it's a different pathway. I think as fighters who've been in the game for a long time, I want real fights. If I was given the opportunity to fight Jake Paul, would I take it? No.
Not even for the money, no.
No, like I want to be champion of the world. That's my goal.
Evander Holyfield evaluates the matchup to mentality and conditioning, acknowledging Jake Paul's fitness and drive to improve, but emphasizing that Joshua is far more seasoned in long, punishing fights. Holyfield believes that enduring sustained heavyweight pressure, not just throwing punches, makes Joshua an almost insurmountable challenge for Jake, and he stresses how incredibly difficult it is to withstand the raw physical strength of a true natural heavyweight.
I would love to see that myself. I would love to see that fight. Interesting.
Who do you lean towards?
You know, it's just gonna be. It would just be a good fight. It's a good fight, but you know, being the best. You know, because my whole thing, I don't want nobody to think I want somebody. I like boxing, and whoever wins.
So, who do you think comes out on top, Jake Paul or Anthony Joshua?